All right, I'm sorry. I didn't turn it on. So sorry about that. You should be able to hear sound quite nicely now. I'm sure you'll let me know. There should be sound. Should come in pretty strong too. So sorry about that. You didn't hear no sound. Yep, figured you can hear me now. Okay. Like I say, I just wanted that light purple patch right there. I really shouldn't rinse this off, but I am going to because I don't want the paint to get hard on this. This was a Hake brush, very light brush, very light hairs, I should say. All right. Now the rest of this will be kind of interesting. We're going to surround this with a whole bunch of just dark matter. Oh, I guess I use this brush. I gotta get into the habit of getting my head out of the frame because, as you see, it doesn't take much. Okay, those little smudges you see, that's actually from the camera lens. I'm using a this is an interlaced video. That's why you see the lines. And you see when I move the brush, you see those lines. That's interlaced. So I'm using a different camera. It shows up really clear, but you got that interlaced thing happening. Okay. All right. Let's go with a lot of this umber. Quite a bit of umber here, and umber and purple. We'll mix that in there. Now only half of this board has the glycerin and white paint mix. Only half. Let's go like right up in here. Something like that. And we're going to come here and we're going to do more of the same because only a little bit of that purple is going to shine through, really. That's all I want to shine through. And we're probably going to have all this darkness come right around in here, maybe a little lower, maybe around in here somewhere. And then we're just going to play with all that brown purple all up in here. And it doesn't have to be really too pretty because we're going to build on this. And I'm just going to load up some deep purple and browns. That's all. We're going to build all this up. I'll swirl it around and get cloud shapes a little bit later. Here it's going to be relatively flat, but all up in here we're going to build little swirlies and all sorts of stuff. But right now I'm just filling it all in. Our depth with a P, it will come. I knew that was going to happen. It's going to come in a little bit later. Don't worry, I'll get it. It'll come back. Gotta make sure I touch the right button though. I'm just too lazy to get up, but I will get it. That's the only downside with this camera. Actually, I should be able to just touch this. There. You gonna come back? Come back. There we go. All right. Come on, buddy. I just seen you. Oh, I know why. I might have to get up so I can see where it is. Is that you? Nope, I have to get up. I don't know where it is. I haven't done it often enough to do it by heart. God dog it, I forgot about this thing. All right. right, let me turn myself around. There. It's going to do it again. It only gives you a certain amount of time. So I was actually sitting here staring at it. Okay. What I'm going to do is a series of dark clouds, and I'll throw a mountain in there somewhere. Probably my grassy mountain. And yeah. Whatever else, I don't know, whatever comes to mind at the time. I have no idea yet. Sorry for the little blackout though. Until I memorize where it is on the camera, I'll probably be getting up a couple times until I can figure it out without looking at it. But I like the camera because it's a very sharp, as you can see, very clear, sharp picture. But it does give me a limited time, unfortunately. Even when I programmed it not to, it does. So, yeah, you know, whatever. Okay. Anyway, like I say, down here, relatively flat. And we're going to build up our depth as I keep messing with this. So don't worry about all that. It's going to get darker than what you see here too. I may incorporate other colors obviously in that. If you see my head, that's because I'm just rinsing out the brush on the water pail. All right. Put my little towel back on my lap. I'm used to having it on my lap now because it's just easier for me to clean the brushes. I am in a very tight space when I paint. There. And so I tend to pull things, and I shouldn't. I'm going to smooth some of this out, some of the streak marks there. And then we'll play around and build our depth and whatnot with all of this brownish purple, which looks obviously gray. I'm not gonna go too hard on the blending because we're gonna add all sorts of stuff to this, just to make it look like a series of clouds. Then once we get into here, we'll play with some white. So you'll see. We're gonna work our way there. A lot of depth. It's going to happen with this guy. Okay. All right. Dig out some more burnt umber. We're going to need plenty of burnt umber. So I think I'll play with the burnt umber and purple. All right. Well, let's get things rolling, shall we? I think I'll continue to use the Mr. Softy brush. Okay. And we're just going to get different kind of rolls and stuff with the clouds and all that fun stuff. Going more into the brown, more into the purple here. Like I say, I'll use the Mr. Softy brush here. Okay, so we'll start to establish some depth in these clouds here, and I'll start right here, just like this. Just roll it along. It's going to be pretty much dark down here. Here's going to be pretty dark, but we'll start, like I say, rolling some depth of the clouds in here. It's not going to be just one layer. All right, we're just going to continue on with the love. Keep on going. Just like that. Don't worry about the streaks. It's okay. It's a soft brush. You can blend all of that. So no worries. I probably won't use a lot of glycerin. It'll probably just be the paint, the water, whatever. Okay. As you can see, I'm just getting some more of that dark, and we'll call them all under here. It's going to be fairly deep under here. We'll kind of pat some more stuff on there. We're going to build up some more darks as we go along. Getting some more of that dark umber, a little bit of that dioxazine purple. Get plenty of it here. Stir it around real good. And we'll come and play on the other side. Once again, this is two, let's establish this down here first. Then we'll play. Get that pretty deep down in here. And we'll just play this way. This is just two 10 by 10 square canvas panels. Actually, give it to me as a Christmas present. I usually don't paint anything really on 10 by 10 this small, but why not give it a shot? At least I can make a diptych out of it. And we're gonna keep playing with the shades. We're gonna keep having fun. Just building up sections and layers. Yes, I have to tilt my head because I cannot see what the heck I'm doing on this side. The simple reason it's really reflective on this end, and you can see see the sparkles, very, very reflective. So I can't really see it that well. I can't even see it well on the camera to get a good gauge on what the heck I'm doing. So I have to just kind of lean, look. Okay. Now, because I've been missing in action for quite a while, my numbers didn't necessarily drop, but people watching me live, it has, because I've been gone for a while. Yeah, I kind of expected that to happen once I started doing other duties, but you know, it happens. Okay, as I'm looking at this, I need to go a wee bit darker. Therefore, I'm gonna have to break out my old standby of, if I can find it. I know I didn't use all of it. Here we go. Phthalo blue. So we're gonna go deep violet. All right. All right, we'll put the deep violet right here. Or the phthalo blue. And we're gonna use the mix of red. We'll put it right next door. A little red, a little blue. Pop it in there real good. Nice dark color. Different shift of dark, obviously. We'll come here as because we're getting darker and darker. We're gonna play with that all up in here, and we're gonna blend all of that in, all up in here. Okay, and remember down here is gonna be fairly deep, right in there like that. Put it in there really deep, and we're gonna blend and have some fun with all of that. So. Blend it right in there. All up in here. It's all dark under there. All dark. I'm not gonna have such an abrupt cut in the darkness either. That we're gonna change that. It'll just kind of melt in there. But this here definitely dark. All right. We're gonna get a little bit more of that phthalo blue. A little bit of that red. Get a nice deep maroon. Very deep color. But as you can see, it's just a different shift of dark. No, it's not on foam board. This is regular canvas board. Regular canvas board there. 10 by 10 canvas. We'll blend all that loveliness together. I didn't want that. That I didn't want. We can wipe that away. It's no big deal. Wipe it away. Wipe it away. Make it go bye-bye. All up in here, all deep. And we're going to start playing with tones and stuff now. Different shades and we'll start shaping our dangerous little clouds in here. Now we're gonna get to play. I'm gonna use a smaller brush because, like I said, we're gonna bleed all that together. It's still pretty wet, so we can blend all of this loveliness in there. Okay. All right. Let's dry this off. Let's get a. You know what? Let's try this one. Why not? We're gonna blend all this anyways. Dry, perfectly dry. Okay. And we're gonna just kind of melt all this loveliness in there. See that? See how it just kind of, see, you can fade some of that in there too. Some of the secondary color will fade that in there. But this stuff here, we're gonna blend that all in there. Blend it all in there. Just like that, blend it, softly blend it in. And we're gonna play around all in this, softly melt it into the other gray, just like that. See that? You see how you start to melt it in there, it starts to blend. Okay. So basically, I just outlined the shape, but everything kind of mixes in there. See that? Okay. I didn't totally take away some of that gray in there. Okay. Now the way I've blended that in, we're going to blend in darker colors because I really want to emphasize the darkness of the piece. All right. So we're going to get all sorts of interesting things happening there. So I'll dry this off real good. Let's let it dry. Let's go to a small flat brush here. It's not even, it's size 10 flat. It's not even a 1/2 inch. We're going to start doing cute little things in this. But I want to go with super dark stuff first. So a little bit of the blue. Be careful with this blue and the umber, because they have the tendency, because umber are the umbers is a brown with green in it, so you got to be kind of careful with that. It will, the blue mixed in with this umber will tend to turn a green on you, but we're going to kill that with a little bit of that red and neutralize both of them. Okay. And yet now we have another palette of dark, a different variation of a dark color, not necessarily black. All right. Okay. All right. Let's start building some really dark things in there, like this. Just kind of put it in there. We're outlining some shapes in there. Come up here, up around in here. Remember, all this down here, completely dark. You can get a nice straight line and just dark down here. And then you build up all that darkness around what you see. Just like that. And then I will take my softy brush and we'll just nicely just kind of melt all that in there together. Just like that. Keep it in one spot. Softly. 3 hairs and some air type of thing going on. But now you can see different gradations of dark being built in that. All right. Pittsburgh, how are you? Good to see you. Have you met my buddy D? D's been enduring me for many a year. I'm not exaggerating. She's been putting up with me for a minute. So we're building up layers of dark. Okay. People are going to swear I've used black, and I tend to shy away from that. I will use any other color, any other mix besides black. Okay. As you can see, I'm being very picky on where to put some of this dark, because we have a few layers of dark. And remember, this is still wet, so that's why it blends the way it blends. Okay. Now I don't have I got the overhead light on, and I have the one studio light on up there. I don't have the other light, so it looks kind of one-sided really, because all the, like I said, all the happening is going on over here, all that shine. All right, but I'll work with it. We're gonna come here. I'm gonna have the lean. Hopefully I'm not gonna lean too much in your way. I look funny on the front camera, but that's okay. Once again, just get this dark right here. I want a nice, get that pretty much dark there. So you're gonna be seeing me lean quite a bit. More blue, more red, that deep maroon color. Then we're gonna add a little bit of that umber in it. We'll try to get quite a bit of that. I really need to turn this light on so I can actually see the color shift there. Now for you in the camera, dark is just dark. That's all you guys really see. There. Okay, let's go back down here. And we're gonna play with all of this. We're gonna just have a ball. We're gonna just see this. I'll put it all in there like that. Not gonna get rid of everything, but we are going to have a little fun with that dark, all that gray and purple that's being messed around with in there. All up in here. We're gonna bring some of that, we're gonna surround that a little bit. Just like that. Now I'm just tapping it in here for right now. Need some more of that nice dark here. And we're gonna bring that, some of that, we'll kind of surround that little light area. We'll bring some of that up in here like this. Just like that. All right. Yesterday it was 3 degrees last night. Let's see here. I guess I gotta give it a quick tap. Let's see what we got. We got 9 degrees right now. It was 3 degrees yesterday. Once again, smooth all that out. Blend it. 3 hairs and some air. I don't want to over blend, but it's circular motion I usually do. Like circular motion. Okay. I got to lean over here to make sure I got every one of them. And I'm not in your way. I just look crazy on the front camera. And basically, I'm just blending in because it's still wet up here. I'm just softly blending in the values, melting them into the previous colors. That's all. Especially around the edge where it's a little light at. I just want them blended in. Come over here. Now, after I've done all of this, let's get rid of that line there. Just like that. All right, I think we're good here. We're good. Just like so. Okay. Oh, the cold? Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either, but I was born, I mean, you're in Pittsburgh. You know, I was born in Buffalo. I'm very familiar with the snow, the ice, the gusts of wind, the flurries, the whiteouts. I'm used to it. I was born in it, you know. So, yeah. I'm going to take a very thin filbert here. Okay, I'll put it right here, a nice thin filbert. All right, let's mess around with a little touch of titanium white, and I mean a little. I'm gonna show you something here. See, maybe you can see it down here in the lower camera. A little touch of white right there. Okay, let's play around. Let's play around with the lighter brown area. Remember, it's still wet. So we're just gonna it's gonna soak up some of that nice brown in there. See this? Just like that. And we're going to come here, we're going to add a little bit right in here, just a little touch. Now as it's soaking up that brown, okay, I'll wipe off my brush and we're going to make some of that disappear there. Just kind of tap it away. I don't want a strong flow outside edge or inside edge, or however you want to name it, feel it to do it there. Just like that. Just like so. We're going to be doing a bit of that. I'll maybe hit a highlight in there like this, right? And then just wear the rest away. It's all right. Just like that. A little bit. But I'm using the smallest amount of white to do so. And this is how you do it. And you just keep building up. But like I said, the put a little something in there. Just a little something in there like that. I'll use my finger, I'll wear some of that away. Now as I'm doing this, hello, Pat. Well, with the clouds, I already know what I got envisioned. I know what to, I know what it's going to look like when I finish. I already know that I'm going to have the billowy, brighter clouds in here. All right, just emphasizing the brightness of that purple sky, really. So I know that out here in this outer edge here where you see me kind of increasing the white a little bit. Everything else will be shaded also, but not as intense as this light brown. Okay, be very mysterious. So I pretty much know the direction I'm going with the clouds. Because I want that bright edge like that. I'll take some of this and I'll put it over here on the edge here, like this. I'll kind of sneak some of that inside that, some of that darkness there, just like that. Because I can just borrow some from here and put it in here like this. All right, the important part for me is that outside edge, this gets faded away. All that goes bye-bye. All of this goes bye-bye, disappears in that dark in there. Just like that. Okay. So I know where my high points are going to be. Everything else gets melted away. Like so. All right. Now that I've kind of framed that out, you see everything's still deep. And the more, when you add the brightness, everything else tends to pop out a little bit more. All right. And the camera helps that in that regard also. Okay. It's time to be real sneaky. Because we're going to play around all in here. Now remember, a lot of that is still wet. I'm going to take a little bit of the titanium white. We'll go over here by this purple. We'll get a little bit of blue, a little bit of purple, a little purple and blue here, and we'll add that little bit of titanium white in there like this. Okay. We're going to do a couple shades of this because we're going to go darker next time. Okay, a little refracted light, a little bit of, we don't know, like a little bit of horseplay in there. Look at this, look, watch what I do here. See this? Okay, same technique, same concept. But it's a little refracted light. Okay, I'll rinse it off. Remember, it's all wet still. I just dry this brush off really good. And we're going to get rid of that inside. Now, because it's wet like that, I can use my finger instead of using the brush. Because water takes this glycerin off of the board like a hot knife through butter. So that's why it has to be totally dry. But you see, we got some, you know, that light's trying to peek over there in the dark area. You know, it's trying to join the dark side. You know. It's trying. I must give it credit, it's trying. You see, you got a little bit of that sneaking around in there. Just like that, sneaking around. It's trying to join the club a little bit, but it's failing. Okay. You miss your flowers. Well, I did do a batch for Monday night's premiere. I did that earlier today, and it's actually being encoded right now as I'm doing this. Okay, so we've got a little bit of stuff happening out here, in here, just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go over to the other side here. Same type of deal. Let's get some more blue. Let's get some more purple. Mix it in there fairly well. Get a little bit of white in there. Like so. I can deal with a little bit more purple in that. Once again, because it's still wet, I can do a little bit of this. I'm gonna have to do the gangster lean, so excuse me once again, because I gotta see where the heck I am actually. Put it somewhere right up in there like that. Pop a little bit up in here. Come down here a little bit, just like so. We're gonna bring some of that up in here. And tease a little bit in there, just a little bit, just like that. All right. I'm more concerned about the outside, not really the inside. The inside gets blended out. Okay. Mixes right in with that deeper color. Make it travel around. Same thing in here. Pat it. This is why I use such a small brush. I'm not trying for broad strokes anywhere. These are kind of localized. All right. I'm just patting it. It fades it right out. This same technique is the same technique you would kind of use for making bubbles on leaves. You have a sharp edge and you blend the rest out, basically. Now my paint's starting to get tacky, which is actually awesome. Just like that. Okay, there. Alrighty then. We're going to go with an even crazier mix, even though it's dark down in here. Okay, so let's take purple. Let's put it right here. Show you guys something here. Let's take two opposites, purple and yellow. They're opposites. They're gonna brown each other out there, like that. Okay, they cancel each other out depending on the ratio of purple and yellow. Let's take a little bit of white, put that in there, just like that. See that? It turns that warm gray, just like so. All right, all right. Let's take that all down in here. And so we're just going to kind of have a little fun up in here. Just like that. Let's bring some of that up in here like this. Let's wipe off my brush real good. I won't dip it in water, I'll just wipe it off. And we're just going to kind of scumble all this goodness all down in here. Just like that. Do the same thing in here. Scumble it away. Just like that. All right, let's take some more. Let's put some up in here. Right up in the middle. Let's not leave the middle abandoned. We're getting some more. Let's get some here. Let's spread it out like that. I know it was gonna do that. Don't worry. I'll bring it back, I promise. Yes, I know. Did I get it? Did I get it? Yes, I did. Very good. All right. I should have clapped my hands and made seal sounds. I'm so happy. I didn't have to get up off this chair. Blend it right into that dark. I have a DSLR camera, and it only gives me a certain time limit, probably around 30 minutes or something like that. Maybe less. But I like the quality of the picture. That's why it's doing that. My camcorders don't tend to come in as sharp. Okay. This webcam is actually the sharpest. Maybe. My other main camera is being fixed. Okay, we're going into, but I don't use that for this. More yellow, more purple. Cancels each other out, get a little bit of white. Okay. I get a nice little tone that I'm looking for there. A little more purple. A little more purple. There we go. I gotta do the lean again so I can see where I'm going here with this. A little something in here like this. It's a little bit lighter and it's okay. I don't mind. Just like that. A tux? No, it's a very warm sweater. Tuxedo? No. I have painted in 3-piece suits though. That was really early in my painting. I wasn't doing any YouTube stuff. I like that. Very wispy down there. There we go. So as you can see, once the color settles and starts to dry, you see how it just soaks in to the deeper color. Okay. All right. I really don't think I have to play around with all of that anymore. Let's play in here. Okay. We'll just use the titanium white. It's still relatively wet in there, believe it or not. So we're gonna get some nice airy clouds. We're gonna get some clouds in there. This is pretty much the simple part. This is easy. You see that? Get something interesting there, and you just fade it away. See this? This is the easy part. I'm just wiping away the excess, get a little titanium white, and we can build another layer of clouds in there. Just like so. Bring it in there. Yes, it's got a little bit of the brown in there, and that's fine. Don't worry about it. This is a diptych. It's 2 of them. And you paint like it's not even there. Don't even think about it. I know it's there, but don't paint like you know it's there. Follow me, if that makes any sense. You just maneuver the paint around to wherever you see fit. Let's borrow some of that and bring it up here. Okay. Thank you, Pittsburgh. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm staring at it, looking at it, staring at it. Let's get another flat brush. I'll just soften some of this, that's all. Still keep it straight. I'm just gonna, I don't want a super abrupt line there, even though I can get away with that. I'd rather not have it right now for this. Something like that, very soft. I'll soften it a little bit. Some long strokes there. Okay, something like that. All right, now that looks, obviously, I mean, nothing really to put it to scale because there's nothing in front of it yet. Okay. But all right, it's somewhat pretty neat. Looks pretty cool. Okay. Let's get some more dark. Let's go with our umber. We'll put it right here. Umber, a little bit of red. Put it in there. I know, umber and red, right? Weird, right? I know. We're gonna kill that though. Get some phthalo blue. Pop it right in there. Look at that. Talk about dark. Look at this. Okay. All right. We should have somewhat enough. We should, in theory. There's still some here. There's still some of that there. Okay. Okay. Let's start one right here. We'll have it peek out here. Come down like that. And then we'll kind of have it sharply abrupt. Just come this way. Something like that. Something like that, that's fine. Let's get some more of that dark color. We'll come up here, a little higher one, right here. Like that. And it kind of peaks, and we'll just kind of have it come this way. Let's get that peak a little better though. Come here, kind of comes out like that. And this just gets swallowed in dark there. It's like that. You see it's starting to change color, get a little bit lighter, and that's okay. Don't worry about that. Worry not. It's not the most important part there. Just get a nice framework there. Just color it all in there. It's the white that's doing that, that's bringing that color shift. We'll do something about that a little bit later. Let's bring that down. Like so. I want it kind of dark like that, and we'll get it there. I'm not necessarily ruining anything. This is just the foundation. So, fret not. And you see where the paint's starting to break apart. That's where the slick stuff ends, basically. Okay, dokie. Got a sense of scale there now, somewhat. So basically I'm wiping a lot of this excess. I'm just spreading it out, wiping it away. Which is why you see me do such broad strokes. Just wipe some of that stuff away. Okay, enough of that. If you can kind of see also, you know, there's a little, if you see the bottom there, a little hint of that there. Okay, on purpose. Did that on purpose. All right. Let's start to get a little darkness in there. Oh, let's go back to the flat brush so I can mix some of this. Going back to my flat brush, if you look down here in your lower right, got a little bit of green here, a little sap green. Yeah, you know, it's like, yeah. Okay, we'll put it right here. Sap green, what's left of this? A little bit of umber. Put that umber right in there. Deepen that right up. A little more umber. Sap green and umber. There we go. Okay. We're gonna go a little bit of red in there. That red's a very powerful color. Pop that green back in there. Brown that back up. Alrighty then. See that? I got that funky brown there. Gotta be careful with your phthalo blue because you don't want it to go back into its green state. There we go. Alright, so we got our dark. Got a little hint of green in it, but it's okay. Still more brown than green. But yet it's another set of dark. Okay, because we wanted to darken our mountain again. Okay. Just like this. There's a method to my madness. Truly is. Honest, there is. As long as this part is a deeper color, I'm not worried about down below. Down below, no concerns at all. It's up top here. Because how else are you going to show off that nice stripe of light color? You need something dark in front of it. Show it off there. That part right there. People are funny because they may buy a painting just because of that. People are funny. Okay. I don't think I have to do much of a gangster lean on this one. I think I can see it. I'm not worried about it being perfectly smooth. It's a mountain. Rougher the better. All depending on what type of look you're looking for in your mountain. Okay. Bring that out there. Okie dokie. I'm not worried about the unevenness of the bottom at all. We're gonna straighten that out. Hello, Kathy, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, so let's Just fade that bottom out there. Just the bottom, right in here. Fade it out fast. Fade it right out. Okay. Well, there you go. Alrighty. So if we've established our little mountain range here, okay, let's now get rid of this blank white spot. Let's lift the camera up a little bit here. Just to get rid of the white space. I'll use probably the same brush. I'm not going to use glycerin or anything like that. I'll just use water. I'll rinse off my brush a little bit. I'll just kind of mix in some of the browns here. Doesn't matter. A little bit of purple. Mix it in with the brown. And we're just going to kind of darken all this, whatever, just to get rid of that white, really. There's nothing but water. So don't worry about it being uneven or looking kind of cruddy. It's okay. We welcome crud tonight. A little bit of water. Go back into this. Get a little bit of blue. Get a little bit of red. Just get a little touch of purple. And then we're going to even it all out with that little bit of yellow there. It turns into that funky kind of brownish color there. And we'll just kind of color this up. Let's cover it up. Weird gray color there. The reason why I'm doing it, I'm just getting rid of the white. That's all. We'll put anything we want down here. I just want to get rid of the white. There we go. Just darken out that end. That's all. See? No big deal. No big hoopla. Okay. No rhyme or reason. Just to get rid of all that white now. Okay. There we go. Water and paint. Very simple ingredients. No glycerin, no tricks. Just water and glycerin. And if you notice, I put the water and glycerin down below where the glycerin and stuff was. It's only part of this was glycerin. Like from here up was glycerin. All right. Okie dokie. Things are about to get a wee bit interesting now. We'll play with the mountain range now. I can approach this a few different ways as far as painting the rocks. Okay. I think we're there we go. Okay. Is this the line? Yeah, I guess I'll play with it. We're gonna get a little bit of white. Look down here with me. Now we'll play in this cesspool of color here, I guess. Let's bring it out a little bit. It's just a little bit of white with the remaining crappy color, the mud that we had here. Okay. And I'll get a little swipe across. It's a little, and that's like a micro thin. See that micro thin piece of paint there? Really tiny, really thin. All right. And so we'll get some highlights in there. Okay. I guess you guys can see it somewhat decently. And what I'm going to do is take it and we'll just get a little tap there. Just like that. Come here and get a tap, turn it around a little bit like that. All right. Make that travel a little bit better. Okay, and we're going to get another thin, micro thin bit of paint. And we'll just start making little cliff sides here going that way in that direction. Okay. Watch how all of this comes together rather quickly. We'll continue the range over here. Come up around here, come down. Up here, come down a little bit, come across like that. I'm gonna bring it down there like this. We're gonna come around. We'll give it a little bit of a plane right in here. Something like that. Travel it over to the other side. Just a little bit of this. We'll come over here and add that right up in here. Get a little bit of white. A little bit of what's left of this raggedy color we got here. Mix it in with the white. Okay. A little slide across. Actually, we're gonna cap it over here. So we got two different light sources right in here. Come in here, kind of let the palette knife do all the hard lifting. Okay. Right up in here, a little touch here, just like that. Come on around in here. Bring some of that up there. We'll bring some of that downward. Let's get a little sunlight come over here. Maybe right here. It comes here, right? And it kind of comes on down in that area right there. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. All right, scrape some of this. This is wax paper, and in case you're wondering, spread it out real thin. Cut across, paper thin. Let's go. Actually, let's concentrate all that grainy goodness right up in here. Why not? I guess we can get this part a little brighter, just like that. So we'll center it all in here. You know, purple. We'll center it all in there. We'll just leave these to their own devices. We can. I guess I can throw a little purple in that mix. And what I'm going to do with the purple, Purple Mountain's Majesty. Now, purple's really dark, and I guess we can kind of play around with a little bit just in here, just kind of spread it out there a little bit, just to give it a little something over there on that side. Nothing too serious. But you go in the other direction, this way, okay? I'm gonna put something on these mountains, so that's why I'm not really too involved with putting all the rock texture in there. But this makes interesting shadows and valleys and whatnot with the purple there. Okay. And right in here a little bit. The texture of the canvas also helps in this. Back here. Add a little love back here. Baby love. A little bit of love back there. Nothing too, you know, just a little bit of love there. Okay. Oh, great. Let's see, who's bothering me here? Whatever. All right. Hey, Vermont, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay, let's play here. Let's put some, I'm going to have like grass going up into the mountains there. Grass coming up and around. Let's take a brush that might do me some justice with the grass here. Let's pick a spot. Let's pick a spot right here. Yeah, get a little bit of blue. Put it in that green there. Instead of yellow, white. Let's just use a little bit of yellow. Well, I'm gonna have to use white to beef up the yellow, but add a little yellow. A small touch of white. This is more for the sake of yellow than anything. All right, that should do. We'll put some blue back in there. There we go. I'm putting, as you can see, I'm tapping the paint into the bristles here on this brush. All right. Okay. And we'll start from here. We'll just kind of give it a nice little tap. See the taps there? I got to angle the brush the right way so we could maximize all of that. And then we just kind of tap some of that in there. Just like that. Come on down like this. And kind of travel it downward there. It goes part way up the mountain there. Come over here to the side. Come on down a little bit. Just like that. Just tap. Don't drag it. You gotta tap it. Don't drag. Okay. And we'll get some of those in here a little bit. Tap them in there. Maybe a couple bits, little hints of some of the grass there. We're going to do that all over again on the other side. What happened? They're not. What happened? I'm not bothering. I'm not bothering you. I don't know what you guys are saying. All right. Unless my audio conked out. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go over here. I'll add some quote unquote baby highlights to the grass here. And we're going to come on the other side. And we're going to really give the grass some altitude up here. Just like that. Just tap lightly. Okay. The paint is still wet down here, still a little tacky. Okay. All in here, still tacky. Your phone. Oh, no. Somebody that's they're not. They don't know that I'm live. I don't think they've subscribed or anything, or they would have gotten the notification. So when somebody, if you hear the phone go off, yeah, they're not subscribed to the channel. I'm just taking my do-all brush here, and I'm just gonna kind of lightly kind of tap some of that, just softer around the edges here. So I'm not really bothered by that too much. It happens, you know. Okay. That's not really a total hard edge here, so it's all right. And I don't have to soak my brush in water for that. There's no pain. I just wipe it off, and that's that. Okay, let's get a little bit of white. Let's go right here into the green. Let's get us some yellow. Go right into it, right here. Okay, tap it right in there. Now, I could have used a fan brush, you know, but nah. Okay, you can pick and choose your highlights here. Slight touch, and just see where things look and how they go right now. Put them in here. See this? See? Just where you think the sun will be hitting, but only in the interior. Maybe you got some here. Obviously, you got some up here that's reaching the sun there. It's like that. See that? Won't necessarily be too much of that here. All right, none here. All right, you can probably get away with a few bits there, but nothing on that side. Back here, you could possibly see a little touch in there like that, maybe. Okay, but as far as going up there, no. Here, yeah, you know, you can have a little fun here, I guess, in the valley down there. All right, not really too much over here. You can probably sneak in a few bits trying to go down there. Oh, Bruce, this is a different camera, as you can realize since it just shut off. Let's see if I got it on the first try. Did I get you? I might not have gotten. I thought I got you. There. There, gotcha. All right, it'll pop back on. It only gives me a certain time limit, which is why I do that. But I like the picture. It's a sharper picture, but it's interlaced. If you see, well, now you don't see it as much, probably because of the colors. But if you see my hand, nope, it's because of the colors. That's interesting. If I had a blank white sheet, it's interlaced. Every time I move my hands, you would see it. You would see it. You would see lines in there. All right, because this is an interlaced camera. These two cameras, the camera down here and this camera, they're progressive, so you don't see the interlaced stuff. But that's why that happened. Okay, enough about camera talk. I believe you already know. Oh, I'm not worried about the phone, really. It happens. You know, I'm not too concerned about it. It's all good. All right, so we've got our clouds in there. We got our more or less mid scene in there, more or less. Okay, put this back. Now I can debate to what it is I really want for the foreground. All right, I can probably bring this back out a little bit. Like I say, the light, you can see all the, it's still wet here. You can just see the light reflected off the glycerin a little bit. Here it's completely dry. Okay. All right. What am I going to add in that? Well, who knows? We'll make it, I don't know. Let's get some of this purple. We'll put the purple in here. There's not much purple. Get some green. Tap of yellow in there. I don't usually use this brush too much for this stuff, but yeah. And we'll just kind of, we'll tap in some love in here till I figure out what I want to do with it. Just cover up some of that brown there. Okay, and yes, I won't like rub it in. I'll just tap it in there. Gives me a little bit of grassy texture or whatnot. I'll just keep doing it until it runs out. I'm going to end up adding more paint anyway because I just don't have enough. And I would rather have too little than too much paint, so it's all good. Get a little bit of brown there, darken that up a little bit. Only a slight bit of water just to loosen up the paint. It's heavy body paint. Yeah, once again, we'll just kind of tap in some grassy stuff in here for right now until I decide what to do with it. We'll come here, we'll do more of the same. Bring it up into the mountain area. Try to include all of this, even if it's just foundation, include it all into your painting. Okay. And as you can see, it makes it look totally different. I'm just tapping it in there. Borrow some from some other spots there. Get the rest of that dark brown in there. We'll throw a little bit of yellow in there too. It's foundation stuff. It's all right. Tap it right in there. Now, would it be quicker if I just took it and yes, but you don't get the texture either. You know, you don't get those interesting textured looks in there. So there is a little bit of madness and method to my madness. Okay, cool. Phthalo blue, very powerful. Tap a little bit of red in that phthalo blue just to darken it up a little bit, just right there. And we're just gonna kind of give ourselves something a little dark here, just like so. Come up in here, spread some of that darkness in here, just in the foreground. Your foreground's generally dark, and we'll just kind of play around with it in there. It will slowly lighten those taps and put it into the lighter area. Just blend it right in. Nothing's really final. Just like so. All right. Yeah, it does have a pretty good picture of Bruce. Unfortunately, after so much time, it clicks off, and I don't know how to grab it yet to press the on button for the camera. But yeah, it has a sharp picture. This picture is also distorted. Now, I could show you guys, but the sound might go out. This camera here has to be on. I don't know why that looks crazy, but it does. I don't have anything really clean to wipe it off. Yeah, I do. That camera's not in focus. I must have put my thumb on it or something. Nah, that's a lot better. I must have put my thumb on it. All right. Okay. I wish I could show you guys, but I got a feeling there won't be any sound if I do this, which would truly suck. Yeah, the sound would go out. It would go to camera 1, and there's nothing on camera 1. It's only on camera 4. But that's the true picture. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay, this camera doesn't have an audio out, so or audio in, so I can't obviously hook up to that. So, and plus the switcher is different because I can handle the switcher with a remote control. I don't have to have this on. I can just really take that out. It's hooked to the webcaster, so if I press the tab button, you see what I'm saying? And then I can turn it back. Okay. All right. So we got our mountain scene. I can probably put some, trees or whatever in here, especially to cover up this patch of lightness over here. I could do that and have it come down and put a little stream in there, a little bit of whatever. As a matter of fact, let's do something here while I'm talking about it. Don't have much. Let's see if I can play with this. Play with this and a little bit of brown here. This might do the trick, kind of, sort of. Maybe not. I might need to get some more brown, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's say if I wanted to, who knows? We'll put a little something in here, something like this in perspective. We'll put it in like this, and we'll kind of bring it out there like this. Okay. And we'll just kind of expand its horizons like that. All right. And we'll come out here. Put that little curve in there like that. Put the curve in there like that. Get in there. It's like that. It's little line there. We'll darken that up later. What that is the water eating up the glycerin. That's how it does that. All right. Like I say, water will eat through glycerin like a hot knife through butter. My cough comes from post-nasal drip. It's something that my mother graciously inherited to me. Nothing I can do about it. A little more umber, a little more blue. Put it right here. That kind of kills that vibe of the paint wearing away. All right, right in here, dark, whatever. As you can see, like I say, it's just foundation stuff anyway. It don't matter. Who knows if I even keep it? But anyway, okay, right around in here. Foundational water. I'm just blocking this stuff in just like that. Doesn't mean I'm gonna keep it, but it's there just in case if I want to do it like that. And it looks like something from the Land of the Lost or something. Who knows? All right. 45 minutes from you. Oh, you're talking about Kathy. Okay. I know I'm about 4 hours away from both of you. 3.5, maybe 4 hours. I think I'm about 3.5 hours away from Bruce also. Okay. So in doing banks like this, that automatically suggests I can put hills here or whatever, even here. Okay, so I can change the topography already of what I'm looking at. All right. Oh, we'll do it with a fan brush, I guess. We'll play a little with that. Let's get a little bit of green here. We'll put it in this dark blue stuff. Okay. The more paint you use, with the paint to water ratio, let's get a little of this in there. It will dry quicker. All right. So like, okay, right in here. Let's say if I wanted to, like I say, we'll kind of pop a little greenery of some sort right in here. It's like this. Something like so, but kind of really up here. Something like that. And we'll just kind of pat that in there. We'll just keep patting away. It's all right. Just change the whole topography, the whole kit and caboodle there. Now we got a little hill here, right? All right, I'll take a little bit of brown. That should be enough. And we're gonna get ourselves a nice darkened kind of edge down there. Something gradual, like that. Nothing special, just a little gradual thing there. Okay. Okay, I could put a little bit of red and it would deepen it, but that's just, okay, we got a little bit of ground right there. Okay, all right. I can do something similar. Probably up around in this area here. So let's get a little blue into that green. We'll just pop it in there just like that. Okay. Oh, that's my brother, in case you guys are wondering. And no, he doesn't watch these. So he can give a rip if I'm online or not. All right. So right around in here. Let's start it right here. Right in here. Okay, so we can get ourselves a little something going on in here like this. Just like that. And we'll come here and we'll kind of play around with all of that up in here. We'll kind of have it come to the foreground like that. And then we'll just tap in the rest. We'll do something with all of that. Right now, you can't distinguish where the water is, and that's okay. Like I say, the water can be there, the water don't have to be there. I don't really, at this point in time, it doesn't matter. I'm just blocking in all sorts of little thingies. Okay. Yes, geographically, you're right. I am in the middle between you guys. From Pittsburgh and Vermont. I am dead center. I'm dead center in the middle of New York State. I'm 50 miles away from Syracuse, 180 miles away from, or more like 218 miles away from New York, Buffalo. I'm 90 minutes from Albany. Exactly 90 minutes from Albany. I am 4 hours away from the center of Manhattan. From my doorstep, I can reach Richmond, Virginia in about 8 hours. Exactly 8 hours. Okay, well, there we go. Now, that darker green brings us closer. Lighter green sets it back a little bit. Okay, water is non-existent because I can just bring it here, or I can just stop it here and just keep continuing with the water. Okay, all right. Unfortunately, Bruce, you might be right. You just might be right, Bruce. I shouldn't laugh, but it's kind of sad, but true. I don't want to use this one. I want to use a smaller fan brush. I do have one. I think it's nicely hidden. I tend to do that to myself often. And yes, it's hidden. All right. No, there you are. Come here, little guy. I think I have some water here. So let's get some red. Put it right here where this green is. Let's get some phthalo blue. Mix it in with that red. Have to go the opposite way because the wax paper obviously is starting to wear down. And we'll just get a nice tight bank right in here. Right in here, just a nice little tight bank right up in there. And I'll just take it and kind of pop some greenery in there a little bit. Just the impressions of it anyway. Just right in there. And kind of bring that up around here in the corner. Of course you guys can't see it because my head's in the way. Put right up around there. All right. If I add a little touch of water, just a slight touch, and use the bristles, okay, instead of using a liner brush, I'll just kind of tap in some love right in here a little bit. Just like so. Just a nice little line of something right in there. We'll continue that here on this side too. A little bit of shade there. Just like that. Okay. Let's get a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow. Let's get some of that dark color, mess around with that a little bit. just where the light might hit. Not necessarily everywhere. Not necessarily. Hey, Sleep Stacks, how are you? Let's have a little fun before I go to the other side. I'm getting some red, a slight touch of white, slight, very slight, right in here. It's like this. Get a little bit of water. This is where a nice stiff hog's hair brush, like the one I'm holding in my hand, comes into play. And I'll just take it and it's not bright enough. Need more white. What, cat? She wants another snack. Because she doesn't talk to me any other time. So it must be snack time. This is a gentle dance with this red. You don't want it too watery. Okay. Get some. Like I say, it's a cute, gentle dance with this stuff. There we go. Hey, now I see you. The closer you are at the board, the more control you got over this stuff. Trust me. I've seen what happens when it goes south. All right. We'll probably put some bluebells or something over on this side. I'm tempted to put some fluffy little flowery things in here. You add these, when you add these flowery colors, it kind of tames your wild woods a little bit. Okay. And don't worry about that stuff. If it's too many of them, you wipe it away. It's no big deal. Like that bothersome line that you see right there. This guy right in here. You make it go away a little bit. See? Just make it go away. You're okay. Let's get a little bit of this brown. Let's get a little bit of that phthalo blue. A minute touch of water. Let's put one right here. It's beneficial to use more paint than you use more water. And this is canvas, it's not watercolor paper or anything, so don't be shy about using your paint. I've always liked a strong middle. Okay, we'll put it right in here somewhere like this. And we'll highlight it as we go on. The highlight part is not the hard part. Let's get a little more paint though. A little more blue. The outside edges of pine trees, that's what holds really your interest. Okay. We'll put one right here. Right here. Just right there. And we'll do another one. We'll do a crooked one. This one must be a lawyer. No offense to the lawyers that might be watching in the future. But we'll put one of those guys right in here like that. Something like so. And I'll highlight these guys. It's nothing to do the highlights. And we'll come here, pop some interesting little bushes in there, here and there, like so. Pop them in there. Bring it down in there. See how you can kill some of that. If it's too light, you can kill some of that. All right. Okay, Bruce. I gotta make a stop down there anyway, and I'll check. Let's get a little bit of this white and yellow mix here. Let's tone that down with a little touch of green, maybe. All right, the lit area comes more or less from this side, so we're gonna kind of play with this half. Bring some on the other side, but the real interest is on this side here. Bring some on the other side, just like so. Okay, that's cool. We can kind of pop some little thingies in here, hitting down here like this. Up to you, you don't have to do this at all. Okay, a little taller in there like that. All right, let's do that little fella. Same thing, just a little bit on this side. I'm just using the corner of the brush, a couple of touches here and there. Bring some on the other side, just like that. Okay. Do you have to add anything on this side? Not necessarily. You don't have to. Okay. All right. And while I'm thinking about it, let's get this palette knife. Let's get a little bit of white. We'll put it in here like this. See if I can just add a little brown in there. Add a little more white right in here. See this color? We're going to shift it a little bit. Now we add some umber. More raw umber. There we go. Okay, right in here, I'll just kind of tap in a rock or something right there, right in here. We'll put it in there like this, and we'll kind of put a nice little rocky bend in there, just like this. Just like that. Okay. Okay. We'll take the same fan brush, why not? Get a little bit of green, a little bit of blue. Pop that red in there, darken it up a little bit. A little bit of white. Little touch of water. Just a wee bit. Okay. Here we go. Aim the brush downward. Give it a little touch. See where you are. Grass with a fan brush. Now, I want you to notice something. I'll kind of aim it downward here. Okay, we'll just curve it a little bit so you know there's a curvature there. But other than that, you see this? Going along, once you start going downward, you just get it narrow. So let's do it right here. We get a long one here, like that. Long, right? As you come downward or inward towards you, it gets more and more narrow. Okay, like that. So you got the making of a little hill. See that? Of course, it goes out during this nice teaching moment. You know why? Because it's me. There we go. I think I got it this time. Right there. Anyway, I was in this patch. Okay, we can bring this down a little bit because it is a hill. And bring this up here. Like so. I think I'll make a rock right there. All right, let's bring. I'll use a little bit of red. We'll just bring it right here. Red and a little bit of the phthalo blue right here. I just need something dark. Not really matter what the type of dark, as long as it's dark right now. Let's go the other way. A little bit of green mixed in this, which is fine because it kills some of the red. Okay, right here, we'll just put a rock right in there, right in here. Let's go the opposite way. Right in this area here. See, I can scrape what I want and put it in there like that. All I need is something dark. Doesn't really matter right now what color, as long as it's dark. When it dries, it's gonna be kind of indistinguishable anyway. I just wanted to plant a rock right in there, something like this. Okay. This is a Canon T3 EOS T3 Rebel. It does say it in the menu. You can stop it from doing that, but as you see, it's disobedient. So I'm pretty sure there is a setting in there to stop it from doing that. Adding a little bit of highlight to this. I don't want it completely white. So it's being contaminated with a little bit of this purple gray. That should be enough for it. And then I just kind of give it a little tap, a little slide tap there. Just like that. This method of doing them does take a little bit of paint to do it correctly. And we'll bring this. Vermont, I don't know if you're a football fan, but I need to know if my Bills are winning. Matter of fact, the game should almost be over. Almost. Should be pretty close to being over anyway. Let's get some tall grass going on over there behind that rock. Someone let me know if the Bills are pushing forward there. Please. Then again, if you are football fans, you wouldn't be watching me, that's for sure. But I am a Bills fan, but you know, it gives me too much agita to watch them play this close to the Super Bowl. We're just gonna throw in some long stem grass in here. Just need more water. They are losing 15-38. All right, thank you, Kathy. It's like that. Actually, this is still not enough water. Let's put you over here. Really loosen you up here. No, this is not working. Why? This is not working at all. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Hey, there we go. Hello. Okay. And we'll pop some over here on this side like that. 4 minutes left. Yep, they're not going to do it. Okay. Well, the Chiefs let them know why they're the champions, I guess. They had a good run, so I can't complain too much. Actually, I can, because they really, out of them 4 times they went in a row, you know, people wouldn't rag on them. I mean, even if they won one, but 4 times in a row and you won none of them, yeah, that's kind of that's a hard pill to swallow, especially when I remember all of them. And that one dude that couldn't even kick the freaking field goal, that was in the 90s. Boy, that was just a horrible feeling. I think he's the reason why I don't watch them anymore. Boy, that just hurt. I don't know about you, Sleazak. I don't know about you, brother. I'm taking a rake brush. For those of you who don't know what that is, a comb brush or rake brush. Yeah, let's put it up here. There you go. You should be able to see that. All right. If you don't see it here, you'll see it here. Let's put it against my shirt there. Okay, there you go. Perfect. All right. All right. We're going to take a little bit of water, some blue. Yeah, I should have enough. Get some white. Put it in there, lighten that up. I guess that's fair. It can be all right, I guess. Once again, pretty close to the board. No, I don't like that. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Needs to be a little more watered down, that's why. Let's pick a spot here. Let's try it again. Let's go further away. That's much better. Much better. Okay, we'll do it this way. And we'll get some blue patches in there. We'll come out here. Just like so. And then we'll work on that water. I'm gonna still put a tree there somewhere. 21 to 38. Well, I mean, they can make a field goal, but it's not going to matter. Now, unless it's overtime. But they would have to tie it, and that's not going to happen. Now, unless it's no, it's not going to happen. Yeah, they're not going to make it. Not even for a full touchdown, they're not going to make it. Too bad. Oh well. What was I said I was going to do? I was going to work on the water. But thank you for letting me know, Kathy. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have for colors left for the water? Well, we got a little bit of this. See if I can darken that blue up a little bit. Make it, man, I don't got barely anything left. In a way, that's a good thing. They just got the ball back. Well, I don't care how many Hail Marys you do. There's no way at 21 to 38. Because it would bring it only to 29 or 30, so it's not going to happen. I applaud the efforts. Okay, water. Even though you got dips and turns in the water itself, but the water is always horizontal. We'll come here and just do it this way. Even though you can have little snaky things going, but it's always horizontal. Keep your water horizontal. The further back you go, the less down by the 10-yard line. Well, they can get one of those 300-pound bruisers just to plow it in there, but nope. There's a lot of people who are on edge right now. But you know what? Respectable score. It's all good. They gave it their best. I can't even get mad with the score, really. But I am hurt. You know, I wanted them to at least have one. I was very aware, very alive, and very much watching the 4 in a row, which was amazing. Them guys were just plowing through everybody. But when they got to the dance, man, they just choked up. And when they went against the Cowboys, they just gave up. That was terrible. Boy, they just gave up. They had no will. I couldn't stand it. I just wanted to see the Cowboy fans shut up for once. But it wasn't so. Well, they can't do much talking now the way they got beat down, so. Alright, we'll pop some of the bright white full of water in here. Just like that. I'll keep it toward the center. Keep it horizontal. And sometimes all you gotta do really is just maintain just a couple dots of white. But I'm like I say, I'll keep it in the middle. Something like that. Horizontal. Always horizontal. Even if you gotta go back here, keep it horizontal. Like that. I think I'll throw some pebbles in there, some rocks. Don't have enough brown. They're doing good now. In 4 minutes, they better do more than good. Yeah, they're not built, Bruce, they're not built for this, really. They aren't at all. They were never meant to be designed to do live streams or anything. It's not even recording. It's just the phone, you know, or phone. It's just the camera. So it's not really made for this. Flags on the play. Of course it is. Of course it is. But thank you for the play-by-play. I do appreciate it. As I'm putting the rocks in, as you can see, little boulders here. Okay. Pop one right in here. This is a little umber and white. That's all. Pop one in here like this. And let's pop one in the middle. Put one right there in the river itself. And then we put some little fellas in there like that. We'll do slight little highlights. They just lost their advantage. Why am I not surprised? Well, your VHS camcorder is doing wonderful. I have one in a bin, just sitting there. Will I ever use it? Nope. No, that I'll never use the thing. I'm just using just white now for the highlights, but I can rub it into, as you can see, I'm just rubbing it into the, just scumbling it into the, on top of the rock there. They don't have to be super blatantly detailed, but you know that they're rocks and they're you know, they're out there. Yes, I will use my finger in a hot minute. I'm not going to commit harikari or anything. It's just, you know, I'm a real Bills fan. I was born there, and we used to live, well, from the old Orchard Park. It was right across the street from our house. Didn't have to pay to see the Bills game. We lived on the second floor. So, you know, fond memories. And, you know, it's my home team. It's my team. But, you know, they didn't pull it through. They didn't pull it through. Actually, I can throw some white highlights on this fella. Kind of give it a little matching. The last thing we got to do, because I think I've been on here for a minute, is I'll throw a tree on the other side. Okay. At this stage of the game, you just got to position the tree carefully, really. I don't want to use this brush. I'll use this fella. Ow. Yeah, I'll somewhere, put it over here somewhere. Okay. I must have used up all of that blue. Well, Bruce, nobody can knock the Bills and tell them they cannot get there. They can get to the dance, you know. They can definitely get there. But it was just not in the cards this year. So, as of right now, I have no total interest in the Super Bowl. Once they lost, I can care less about the Super Bowl now. I can care less about the Super Bowl. I can care less about the halftime show. I don't watch none of it anyway. Yeah. Once my guys are gone, you know, that's all the interest is. The B.B. King song, The Thrill is gone. Okay, we'll put one right here. We'll throw him right here. And he has to be of substantial size. Let's get some more of that blue, more of that brown, really make it dark. He's the closest, but he is of some size, but make it interesting still. Okay. You're not going to see totally both sides of the tree. Still make it pretty interesting to look at though, even though he's right there. 24 to 38, that's all good. Not bad. I mean, I'm not mad at him at all. I am not mad at him. It's all gay. It's okay. All right. And we're going to come here. We're going to add a little bit of love to one side, obviously. Make it very interesting. Bring some on the other side if you, well, you have to kind of, you know, volume of the tree there. Okay. Just like so. All right. Okay. Yes, we can even get it a little bit brighter. I won't go overboard with it, but we can get it a touch brighter. The brighter the highlight, the less of it you need. Okay. Like I said, I wasn't I didn't have anything in particular special for doing tonight. Just wanted to come on. All down here on the side, you kind of dress it up a little bit. See this? It comes with experience doing stuff like this. And just don't give up. Don't get discouraged. If I appear to make it look easy, it's because I've done it thousands dozens of times. And every technique doesn't necessarily happen overnight. Okay, it doesn't. I'm just getting a little bit of white. I'll mix it in with this blue just a little bit here. That might help. I don't particularly care for doing too many of the trunks on these type of trees, but sometimes it works with it, sometimes it doesn't. There. Put it down. Something like that. All right. Wipe that off. All right. Now this is a diptych. So you know, you can spread it out a little bit. It would look something like that. You know, up to you if you want to spread it that way. Okay. If you want to spread it that way, or if you want to, if you know, put it in the corner, it would look like that. If you put it, you know, there's two corners of your house there, the wall, the corner of the wall, it would look like that. Or you keep it together. Really up to you how you envision the thing. Okay. More flags, huh? 2438. Okay, Kathy. Well, thank you for the play-by-play. I do appreciate it. I'm going to sign my name on this, guys, because I am done. It is 10 o'clock, so I think I've been on here a few hours. Monday. For those of you who may remember the waterfall, I had stopped because my internet was acting kind of wonky. Well, I finished the painting, and it will premiere tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Not a very long one. I did do another one for the next Monday, the 1st of February. That one's a long one, pack a lunch. I just put 20, it's 21. That's not good. I'll be doing that often. Let's get rid of this. A little water will take care of that situation. Make the 0 disappear. Just like that. And let's replace that with a 1, please. There we go. All right. Okay, let me unplug this stuff and go take the dog out. Thank you very much, Bruce, for sticking around. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming in. Hit that thumbs up button if you can. And I appreciate you. I'll try to get back on my Wednesday evening schedule that I normally would be for my lives. Also, to get back into this thing, I'll take a pretty decent picture of this, post it later on this evening. You guys take care, be well, stay safe, and I'll see you when I see you. And until next time, peace.